Yes.
I had a few questions on
Are you the one who rang me?
Let's first talk about
Yes, let's
Jika.
This one, yours is a long one, I
let's
think.
know.
Yes.
Let's first talk about Jika and then we'll move into the maybe the process.
So the current ambassador to Uganda from the government of Japan, His Excellency Kazuaki Kameda, is leaving. He's retiring after, I think he's been here 4 years or more. And we at ACHEST, we have had a close relationship with the government of Japan. Many things. One, last year, in about October last year, September, I was awarded the Hideo Noguchi Africa Prize by the government of Japan, and he was part of that process to go to Japan and everything which happened during the award. And then two, we as ACHEST, as an NGO here, we have been doing some research for JICA, the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And it's a relationship which made us feel that we should have an opportunity to say farewell to the ambassador. Yes.
Okay, research on what?
So, for example, here in Uganda, in Western Uganda, the regional hospitals of Fort Portal, Mbarara, and Hoima have the highest maternal mortality in Uganda, higher than some of the other places which you might not expect. So they asked us to find out why. So we did that study to establish why women are dying more in childbirth in that area than in other parts of the country. Then we have also been working with them. They have things like mosquito nets, these hand sanitizers, and so on. We have helped them to evaluate the performance of that as business here in Uganda. So those are some of the things we have done with ACHEST.
What was the name of the study that was carried out in
A survey of maternal mortality
when was it carried out?
in October, November
Last year.
last year.
Have you tried to have the same study during this pandemic?
We are about to start doing that, but then clearance of the research is there to find out what COVID has done to those services. It is true from anecdotal information that particularly during lockdown, people could not travel to go to health facilities. There is also one RDC with whom we are working, and he says now he became the ambulance driver because he needed to give clearance for example, a woman to go at night to deliver in a facility. So he can't find the ambulance, he needs to give the permission, so he ends up being the one himself who goes to be the ambulance driver. That's a very good-hearted individual. That's just one person. What about the others? So COVID, in a way, has impacted negatively on non-COVID health services. Also the national medical stores moving drugs around the country. I think they also had issues. They have only started moving drugs around, so there were large stockouts of drugs in health facilities during the lockdown.
Okay. Maybe that's the findings of the study.
We gave to them. I don't know whether we need their permission. We have them, but we have a copy, but we did it for them. I think they are going to use it with the government, Ministry of Health, to develop a project to support the findings of the study. And basically it is that the lower level units district hospitals, health center for 3s are weak. They don't have staff, enough staff, and also supplies. So then the women are referred late. And maybe the roads there are also more difficult than the roads, for example, in the east there where I come from, which is flat. Those people up and down, I don't know. But it's really the weakness of the lower level health units in those areas.
What are the bigger impacts of this COVID on maternal health and so forth? Impact of COVID on...
Well, I think one of the things which is talked about is the high incidence of teenage pregnancy. So that's a big one. And most women who die in childbirth are young ones. Those ones who are like 14, 15, 16. They are the ones who get obstructed labor. Their pelvis is not grown enough, it's still narrow, baby can't come out. And then they need cesarean section. If there is no cesarean section, they die. So that's one, a high incidence of, I don't know whether teenage pregnancies, let's get a good word for it. Young women getting pregnant is a big problem, very big problem. Then I think the other one is the question of health workers. Many vacancies for midwives, even for doctors. And I think there is also an issue of just recruitment. The districts recruit, and something is not right with district systems. The district, what are they called? The district, the ones who employ people. They are looking for relatives and service commissions. They are looking for relatives and friends. And even money, they take money, $1 million shillings to become this and so on. That also is something which leads to fewer people getting employed, despite the wage bill being available. And maybe also the doctors, I know that they voted to go on strike about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Overpaid. They were promised 5 million shillings for the medical officer per month, and he has not come. So they voted to go on strike. And that also contributes to this complication, low morale among health workers.
There's also a feeling among mothers that have been forgotten during this pandemic. What's your view on this?
Maybe not forgotten. I think those things, not being able to move, is a big factor. Not being able to move. And then the facilities, those other issues I've told you about the facilities. A combination of those, but not forgotten. Not forgotten. And I also really hope that we strengthen community health systems. You know, there are village health teams. I have been advocating for village health teams to be strengthened. One of them to be paid so that they are full-time. We are implementing, ACHEST is implementing a project like that in Ngora districts. In 5 LC1s, we have given a bicycle and then a register, and then a thermometer, and then some diagnostic things and some medicines.
So
Village health teams, and we pay them 150,000 shillings per month.
that is Ngora.
Yes, it is worked. We did a study in 4 districts in Uganda: Ngora, Masindi, Luwero, and Lira. And then those people said, let's try in one of the places, and it happened to be Ngora out of those 4. It is doing wonders. It's miraculous. They keep a record. They have drawn a map of every village. and every home is numbered 1, 2, 3, and they visit the village health team person visits about 5, 10 homes per day, and I think we have got pictures. It's a great story which we should write about. One of you get time, let's go there. We go there once a month to listen to them. The next visit is, I think, the 7th of October, something like that. So if that can happen in the whole country, that would be very good. November, October is finished, yes. We were there on the 3rd of October. We spent 2 days with them. And this, by the way, is also going to happen in the whole country because of COVID. We presented a strategy to the National Task Force, and it was accepted. The President gave it a go-ahead. It's going to be launched on Tuesday next week by the Prime Minister. This same thing happening in Moro is going to happen in the whole of the country. And I think it will make a big difference because those VHTs who are paid, they are full-time, they will know in Omaswa's home, the wife there is pregnant, and they start following her until she delivers, until after she delivers. So that is really, I think, something which is going to revolutionize completely the health services in the country.
Do they help in whatever? In finding out COVID-19 suspects?
Yes, that's for now, that's the key job. They are going to, they have the signs of COVID. Everyone now, I think, knows, all of us know, isn't it? Well, the signs of COVID. So if we have somebody who is suspicious, they refer that person to the health facility. And they are linked together with the health facilities. We also give them telephones, mobile phones, smartphones, so they can send information by WhatsApp, by ringing, if it's urgent. So a bicycle, a telephone, a register, uniform, so that they are easily identified in the community, and it's doing wonders.
So what happens to these expectant mothers in case they are identified, in case they are suspected to be COVID-19?
When they are suspected to be COVID, I think there is no different treatment from when you are pregnant or when you are not pregnant. I think the treatment is the same. And yeah, let's face it, there is no treatment. Just vitamins and I don't know what. Be careful, eat well, sleep, exercise to boost your immunity.
Most mothers have been staying back at home during this down and down when the transport was affected in one manner. Doesn't it have an impact, an effect on their health-wise? Doesn't it affect them? The system vis-a-vis accessing the health facilities and everything that they're supposed to be in hospital and nonsense.
You see, transport during lockdown was not there. So it's certainly had a negative impact on attendance at antenatal, picking up likely complications. And even you need an emergency cesarean section, you can't reach the place where it can be given because there is no transport. So that all over the world, particularly here in Africa, lockdown has made worse indices on maternal and child health.
As we are going to celebrate Safe Motherhood Day, what is your general word to the public and
the single most important thing about all these things about health is we, the individual. Your health is your business, not the business of the government. So if people are aware that the primary person who is responsible for good health is me, my body, God gave it to me, it is good as it is, I am the one who can keep it like that or spoil it. So that is message number one. So then you are there for yourself, for those people immediately around you, your family and so on, and then community, and then a country together. Like COVID now, if we are each other's keepers. If you are with me, you are not wearing your mask properly, I'm the one to make sure that I protect myself and you by being supportive. So that is really where we should go. First, individual responsibility. And following individual responsibility, then together we task the government to do those things which we can't do by ourselves.
Now, you came a bit late.
Yes.
Maybe you can just maybe talk about
The function.
proud of whatever, the outgoing.
Oh, the ambassador?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Radio 1.
Radio 1. Yeah. Well, today we received the ambassador of Japan to Uganda, His Excellency Kazuaki Kameda. He has been here for 4 years plus, and he is leaving the country soon, any day now, maybe over the weekend. And as an NGO here in Uganda, we have had a close relationship with the government of Japan, and we invited him to say thank you to him for what he has been doing to Uganda during that time, together with the government of Japan. So that is the reason why the ambassador has come here. Then what are we doing with the government of Japan? One, last year, about this time, I received the third Hideo Noguchi Africa Prize for health services rendered to Africa, and he organized my travel to Japan, and the award and so on. And even today I have never shown him the award medal, so today I showed it to him. And then we are also doing some studies here with JICA, Japanese International Agency for International Cooperation. And so there is a partnership. We are grateful that he has been with us. He's going back home now, and we really owe ourselves a great duty to say thank you to him on behalf of the people of Uganda. You people may know, but you know, because you travel with him. These people, they have built schools, clinics, they have supported so many things in rural Uganda, many things. And the donorship of Japan is different from the donorship of other countries. Like, I don't want to say who. You plan with Japan very carefully. It takes a long time to plan. But after the plan has been made, it is implemented quickly. The preparations are very detailed and very thorough. But when it's all done, the implementation goes very quickly. Much better, in my experience, than other donors.
People, you busy. Do you have? Were you recording at the time the ambassador was speaking?
No. I was just taking photos.
You were just taking photos. Thank you. You can share whatever you have.
I've just been recording this interview here.
You shall just have